This is the Penn State Basketball Tip-Off Show, presented by Penn State Bookstore. Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics.
It's Jordan Center, where tonight the NCAAM basketball team returns to action, taking on Nebraska. Steve Jones, Dick Girardi, Roger Corey here at the BJC tonight. Dick, a team that's fighting confidence right now in the NCAAM basketball team, that's safe to say. Couple issues, middle eight, and also end of game. So let's start with middle eight. Washington was a perfect example of that. From the under 4, Dick, to the under 16 on Saturday. And this happened against Minnesota as well. They were outscored 28-12 in that stretch, squandering a 13-point lead and in the process falling behind.
Yeah, those are psychological problems, Steve, because when you go into the break after having squandered, as you said, they had a 13-point lead. They led by 4 at the break. That feeds on you, especially when you've lost 6 in a row, when your already confidence is shaken. So, yeah, that's a huge problem. Obviously, the end of games has been a recurring problem, Steve. They're 2-8 now in games that were within a possession in the last 2 minutes, and that's just a killer. And that's really what's cost them the season, unfortunately. And, I mean, you think about this, they were 12-2 on January the 2nd.
Right.
They're now trying to stay above 500. They're
Right.
13-13. They've 1-11. They lost 4 in a row. They beat Rutgers. Now they're in a 7-game losing streak. And yeah, after the Michigan game, which was probably the toughest L of all, the game on the road that they had won, they didn't play very well. They essentially got blown out in 3 of the 4 games and sort of blown out against Minnesota. That was the part of the season where they had some home games where they were favored, including Minnesota, including Washington, including Ohio State, and they didn't win any of them. And that's just it's just a real problem. You feel bad for the players, but there's nothing anybody can do about it. You feel bad for the coaches because you know how much time they put in, but there's 5 games left. The likelihood is it's a pretty long shot that they're going to make Indianapolis at this point. They'd have to win a minimum of 2 to even have any chance at the moment. Again, the bottom 3 in the league don't get to go to Indianapolis for the Big Ten tournament under the new 18-team league. But it's about, I said this before the game the other day, it's about pride. You play for that. I thought they played with a lot of pride on Saturday, Steve. They just didn't quite play well enough. They had too many defensive miscues where they were just leaving those shooters in the opposite corner wide open, and Osibor kept finding him. Then at the end, when they had an opportunity to tie the game, potentially win the game, they just didn't. Possessions just weren't good enough.
No, that's right. There's another element, too. We have had all these close games. Now, this is a stat, as you know, I keep.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
It's not in the game notes or anything like that.
Yep.
Well, Penn State's had all these close games. What are we saying, 10-11?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I said 2-8 in the close games for me. I mean, somebody else could look at it a little differently, but around 10 to 11
Let's take 10.
Yep.
In those games, they've had 44 free throw attempts in the last 4 minutes. Dick, that's a combination of things. So let's start with this. Against Oregon, that's on Penn State.
No question.
Right, that's on the players.
Took bad shots, didn't drive the ball into bonus. Get
never passed it.
Right, never passed the ball.
Right.
Yep.
But there have been other games where, explain to me why they're only getting 4 free throw attempts in the final 4 minutes per game when they're in the bonus or double bonus.
Yeah, a couple of them is one that, A, they haven't driven the ball enough.
That's
B, the specific play that I remember is the Nick Kern play when Danny Wolf clearly fouled him. I didn't realize it at the time, but at the Michigan game, and that changes the way that game's played. If Nick goes to the line, even if he makes 1 free throw, that was the one, and it was the same official, Steve, who seconds before had declined Penn State's ask to look to see who a ball was out of bounds on. Like, I got it. Well, referees sometimes, you'll see them looking at a potential flagrant foul in a 30-point game with 5 seconds left.
Right, exactly.
With under 2 minutes left, it's a game that's on the line here. Look at it. Maybe you got it wrong. Maybe you got it right. I don't care, but just look at it. But the same official, I think, missed the opportunity to do that. And I stood this day, I don't really know whose ball it was, but I think Nick, and again, in watching the replay,
Right.
he had turned a corner on Danny Wolf, and Danny basically came down and swatted at it. And that's going to be a foul almost every time. But
it also doesn't mean Nick makes the free throws.
Well, there's
either.
that.
Right.
There's that. And there's also, Steve, the reality is they just haven't played well in the last 4 minutes.
Exactly right.
That is a fact,
Right.
and there's nothing can be done about that. I mean, you
Right,
don't
so
lose
that-
8 out of 10 just because you're unlucky the whole
Right.
time. They just haven't played well enough in those moments.
That's why I brought up the Oregon game. That's on you.
Yeah, no, they had that game won if they just run good offense.
Yep.
There was even a shot in the middle of that, Steve, where you kind of earlier shot clock where they just threw up a wild shot, which led to a run out.
Yep.
The last thing you want when you're protecting a lead is not to be able to set your defense.
Right.
You can't. It was almost like a live ball turnover, but it was a bad shot. And in that circumstance, and I've said this for years, rather than take a bad shot, throw the ball out of bounds.
Right.
Travel.
Right.
Do something just
Right.
so you can get your defense so you're not giving up a layup, which they did in that circumstance.
Well, we've talked about it. I'll talk with Mike Rhodes about it in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
Gear up at the Penn State Bookstore this season and show your Penn State pride. Be part of the Penn State basketball tradition. Visit the Penn State Bookstore at Gate A of the Bryce Jordan Center on game days or visit psu.bncollege.com. That's psu.bncollege.com. The Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
As the cost of electricity continues to rise, people in Pennsylvania are looking for ways to save money at home, and they're finding it in an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. It's propane. Propane can power everything from furnaces and water heaters to ovens and fireplaces, even clothes dryers. And propane fire pits and heaters make outdoor living in Pennsylvania just as comfortable as being inside. Get the facts at papropane.com. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Propane Foundation and your local propane provider.
Need a place to stop, fuel up, and stretch your legs? Onvo's got you covered. Onvo is proudly serving the drivers of Pennsylvania with the most comfortable and convenient locations to recharge, refuel, and refresh. On your way to a big Penn State game? Stop at Onvo, the official travel plaza partner of Penn State Athletics, and save 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up when you download the Onvo app. Onvo, where Penn State fans fuel up.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network. Presented by PepsiCo.
Welcome back to the Penn State Bookstore Tip-Off Show. Steve Jones, head coach Mike Rhodes. Penn State gets ready for Nebraska. Mike, down the stretch, the role of spoiler, but also can benefit you. How important is that message right now?
Yeah, I got to find a way to win a couple games here down the stretch, and spoil other teams' plans. While we try and make some plans here late. That's got to be sort of that's our goal. And I told our guys that, let's have this underdog spirit here as we go down the stretch here and see what we can do.
The ability to get offense off your defense. I mean, we talked about the pressing part, that's happened, but you can still do that in the half court. What do your guys need to do to turn defense?
Yeah, we have to have better activity on the ball, Steve. We got to get more deflections. We're always trying to shoot for 30 deflections, and we're probably in the low 20s. The bad games, we've been in the high teens. You got to get in that. You got to get close to that 30, because deflections lead to steals. Steals lead to baskets that aren't defended, and we're not getting enough of those, and that would surely help our offense.
How about the ability to play loose, right? Go out and just play. I mean, would you like to see that? I mean, as structured as the game can be.
Yeah, and no excuses. We're not playing well enough to win Big Ten games, and for a period of time now. I think when you're having success, it's easy to say you're loose. And then when you don't have success, you're so worried about everything, more the result than just getting lost in competition and lost in the heat of the battle. And usually, when you get lost in the approach and the work and the fight of competition, you play looser. You don't play with, self-pressure, as I call it, a weight on your shoulder. You can talk about it as the adult all you want as the coach, but until the players feel that way. And, we talk about being aggressive, confident, loose, and that's when we are at our best. But when you have a period of time of adversity, great adversity, you're asking 18 to 22-year-olds to let's flip that, and it's harder to do it than to say it. And I think that's the rut, whatever you want to call it, the period of time that we've been in here. We've had a lot of things go against us, and I don't care what anyone says, that messes with your confidence, messes with your swagger, and messes with you being aggressive, confident, and loose. And I think you see that at times. And we haven't won close games. And you win a couple of close games, it keeps you confidence, it keeps you on edge. That has impacted us as we got into January and February.
Mike, thanks. Good luck tonight.
You got it.
We'll have more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
Be sure to check out all the great deals at nittany.outlet.com. Clothing, gifts, and souvenirs, items for men, women, and children. nittany.outlet.com has something for every Penn State fan. Winter clearance sales, as well as new spring merchandise arriving weekly. nittany.outlet.com is your shopping site with affordable pricing and friendly customer service. nittany.outlet.com for all of your Penn State needs.
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com.
The Family Clothesline at State College has the perfect gear for every Penn State fan. We have officially licensed Penn State clothing and merchandise from quality brands like Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, Lululemon, and more. Shop PennStateClothes.com and get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. We are
the Family Clothesline.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Hey, Penn State fans, score big with PA Lottery Online. The thrill of winning is at your fingertips with a first-time deposit match up to $1,000. Visit PALottery.com or download the PA Lottery app. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
All right, here at the Bryce Jordan Center, Penn State and Nebraska. By the way, when we get to the lineups, Freddie DeLeon will start tonight. Nick Kern will come off the bench. Dick, what do the numbers tell you about a Nebraska team that lost 6 in a row, but then has bounced back to win 5 of its last 6?
And 3 consecutive road wins, Steve. They won at Oregon, they won at Washington, and Sunday in Evanston against Northwestern, they were down 41-21 with 19 minutes left, and they came back to win the game 68-64. First 20-point road comeback by any team in the Big Ten in 7 years. Wow. Really impressive.
Yep.
Nebraska in their history, 4 consecutive conference road wins has only happened 6 times in 105 years, so they're going for that tonight. They got 5 road wins altogether, and they've had 6 losses in 1-possession games, 4-3 versus ranked. Very impressive. Here's a stat nobody would believe. So go back 2 years, February 1 of 2023. What's the Big Ten team with the best record in conference games? That's pretty easy in the last 2 years.
Sure.
Purdue, 61-17. Second, Nebraska, 46-23. No chance anybody knows that.
Ever.
That's how good Fred Hoiberg's team has been. Last 6 games, Steve, less than 10 turnovers a game, 1.5 to 1 assist to turnovers. I'm a huge Fred Hoiberg fan. I love them at Iowa State.
Yep.
Here, 7-25, 7-20, 10-22. They hung in. 16-16 last year, 23-11. NCAA 17-9. They're in the tournament if it's today, and their star player is one of my favorites in the league.
What a player!
Bryce Williams, averaging 19.5. It's going to be hard to get on the first team Big Ten this year, but to me, Stephen, you have a vote. He would be one of my guys. He's got 14 20-point games, 6 consecutive 20-point games. The last guy to do that, the last guy to have 7 here. Tyronn Lue, 1997, 1998, shoots 90% from the free throw line, and he's got there 159 times. 3 years at Charlotte, only had 63 points as a deep sub there. 2 years now at Nebraska, 1,762 points. His dad, Henry Williams, is the all-time leading scorer at Charlotte with 2382. How about this? Father-son, they're 7th all-time with 4,144 points. This is the easiest question I'll ever give you. Who's first, father, son? This should not take more than 2 seconds. And I'll give you a hint. The same father and another son is 4th on the all-time father-son list.
Good.
Del Curry, Steph Curry, Del Curry, and the other Curry, and Seth Curry. How about Del and Steph? A mere 5,000 points between the two of them.
Yeah.
Crazy. And Steph didn't even play his 4th year of college. Huge fan of Juwan Gary, 2 years at Alabama, 3 now at Nebraska. Great defender, 1,143 points. Andrew Morgan, a big man, 3 at North Dakota State, now at Nebraska, 1,000 points there. Sam Hoiberg has been a difference maker. He started the last 7 games, the coach's son. He's not going to put up big numbers, but he's not going to do anything wrong, and he guards you.
Good defender.
Very good defender. Raleigh Wooster, 3 at Utah, 1 at Utah State. Another 1,000-point scorer. Braxton Mia from a couple at Washington, a couple at Fresno State. I can't say his name, Steve, the transfer from UCLA.
Bayakto, he is out tonight. He will not play.
I don't have to say his
name. He leads them in rebounding with 6 per game, 7 points, but Burke is not going to play tonight.
And keep this in mind, too. Rank Mast, who's a 1,400-point scorer, had knee surgery, hasn't played at all this year, and he would have been a big player for them. Aaron Eulis, a transfer from Iowa's backup point guard. But they're playing well. They're beautifully coached. Not an easy game tonight, Steve. They don't foul much. They get to the line. They're not a volume 3-point shooting team. We'll get into some of those numbers later, but they're playing well. Penn State isn't, but at some point this has to turn around. Hopefully it's tonight.
Starting lineups in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
Be sure to check out all the great deals at nittany.com. Clothing, gifts, and souvenirs, items for men, women, and children. nittany.com has something for every Penn State fan. Winter clearance sales, as well as new spring merchandise arriving weekly. nittany.com is your shopping site with affordable pricing and friendly customer service. nittany.com for all of your Penn State needs.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. We do it all. Design, build, and install, so there's no middleman markup. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price direct from our local factory. Call today for our last big sale of the year on all windows and doors, plus no money down and no interest for 12 months. See ThompsonCreek.com for details. Thompson Creek is an official partner of Penn State Athletics. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
At Milton Hershey School, we believe that talent deserves every opportunity to shine. That's why student athletes, like me, have access to state-of-the-art facilities, experienced coaches, and unmatched resources, with all costs covered. At MHS, we excel in the classroom because teamwork, leadership, and resilience aren't just part of the game. They're building blocks to a brighter future. MHS helps turn potential into achievement on the field and beyond. Learn more at mhskids.org/athletics.
You are listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network, presented by PepsiCo.
Gear up at the Penn State Bookstore this season. Show your Penn State pride. Be part of the Penn State basketball tradition. Visit Penn State Bookstore kiosk by Gate A of the Bryce Jordan Center or visit psu.pncollege.com. The Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics.
Juwan Gary, Raleigh, Worcester, Andrew Morgan, Sam Hoiberg, Bryce Williams for Nebraska, Penn State, DeMarco Dunn, Zach Hicks, Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Ace Baldwin, and Freddie DeLeon. Back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com.
The Family Clothesline at State College has the perfect gear for every Penn State fan. We have officially licensed Penn State clothing and merchandise from quality brands like Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, Lululemon, and more. Shop PennStateClothes.com and get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. We are
the Family Clothesline.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
At PSECU, we like to think we're pretty unforgettable.
SCPCU.
PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember.
Thank you!
But the perks at PSECU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU.
PSECU. PSECU!
So why aren't you a member yet?
Discover Happy Valley Hotels, featuring 6 top-rated properties in the heart of State College, with modern rooms and convenient amenities. From luxurious suites to budget-friendly options, our reputable brands have you covered. Enjoy comfort, style, and a great location all in one place. Book your stay today at www.stayhvh.com. Happy Valley Hotels, where your best stay starts.
And the outstanding Vern Harris will be the lead referee tonight, along with Jason Phillips and Kevin Brill. Back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
At PSECU, we like to think we're pretty unforgettable.
SCPCU.
PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember.
Thank you!
But the perks at PSECU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU.
PSECU. PSECU!
So why aren't you a member yet?
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Discover Happy Valley Hotels, featuring 6 top-rated properties in the heart of State College, with modern rooms and convenient amenities. From luxurious suites to budget-friendly options, our reputable brands have you covered. Enjoy comfort, style, and a great location all in one place. Book your stay today at www.stayhvh.com. Happy Valley Hotels, where your best stay starts.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network. Presented by PepsiCo.
Autism Awareness Day and the opening tip-off in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Gear up at the Penn State Bookstore this season and show your Penn State pride. Be part of the Penn State basketball tradition. Visit the Penn State Bookstore at Gate A of the Bryce Jordan Center on game days or visit psu.bncollege.com. That's psu.bncollege.com. The Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics.
At PSECU, we like to think we're pretty unforgettable.
SCPCU.
PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember. But the perks at PSECU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU.
PSECU. PSECU. So why aren't you a member yet?
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com.
The Family Clothesline at State College has the perfect gear for every Penn State fan. We have officially licensed Penn State clothing and merchandise from quality brands like Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, Lululemon, and more. Shop PennStateClothes.com and get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. We are
Family Clothesline.
This is the Penn State Basketball Tip-Off Show. Presented by Penn State Bookstore. Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics. Tip-off is just moments away. Here's the voice of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Steve Jones.
And they're doing the starting lineups, and the guy that won't be in the starting lineup tonight is Nick Kern. But Mike's just trying to jumble the lineup here to come up with combinations. Where was Nick most effective for this team, Dick? It was coming off the bench and playing about 20, 23 minutes a game as opposed to starting and playing 35.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, Steve. And look, he started the start when Puff Johnson got hurt, and Nick and DeMarco Dunn were really cool to bring off the bench because you brought a lot of firepower,
Yeah.
but... Yeah, that changed the dynamic. Of course, Puff got hurt in the Michigan State game way back when, and it's been a huge loss. And depending on how this plays out, regardless, I want to ask Mike, because we really haven't asked him this, what did Puff mean for the team? We'll ask him that post-game, regard win or lose. I think we have a sense of what it is, but obviously the coach knows better than we do. But, yeah, I think Nick will be maybe even more comfortable in that spot. Also, Nebraska starts two smaller guards here, so the matchups are maybe a little better with Freddie and Ace out there starting together along with DeMarco.
One thing that Nebraska does have, they have one of the great closers in Bryce Williams, because it's not just the 19 and a half, which he does.
Yep.
You put this guy at the free throw line late, and he's a crusher.
Yeah, no, I mean, he doesn't miss. He's 90% from the foul line, and he's gotten there 159 times. I mean, he can shoot threes. It's not like he can't, but he's got a kind of old man's game, and I say that lovingly.
Right.
He does everything right. He's just a player. If you like basketball, you watch him play. He's a guy that understands how to play, and he's a perfect guy for how Fred Hoiberg likes to coach offensive basketball.
You're talking 25, his last 27 at the line, and one of them Okay, this tells you how smart he is. I'm watching the Northwestern game.
Yep.
He hits a free throw to make it 4.
He misses
He
on purpose.
deliberately missed it on purpose, so
Absolutely.
Northwestern would get the rebound and eat time and end the game.
No, that's again, smart players. They understand time and score. And look, he's a fifth-year player, Steve, and he's played in 1 million college basketball games. It seems like 1 million, but yeah, I mean, again, 159 free throw attempts, 143 makes, and just again, a guy. It'll be fascinating to see, and we can talk about this later on, to see who's on this first team, because there's going to be some really good players not making it.
No
this
question.
year. I mean, there's some guys that have to be a lock. I would think John Todgy of Wisconsin has to be a lock. I mean, he's been awesome. And
19 points, 91% at the free throw line. It's been incredible.
Yeah, man, that's the last game of the year for Penn State at Wisconsin at the Kohl Center, a place that they have never won a single game and have had some of the more heartbreaking games ever out there. When I saw that on the schedule, I was thinking, man, this would be a fun place to finish the season as Penn State is going for something. Obviously, that's not where we are here, but Wisconsin's going to be going for something.
Yeah.
But that's for a couple Saturdays from now. First things first. And, you know, Steve, when you looked at this week, a couple weeks ago, you said, all right, Nebraska at home, they're not playing very well. And at Minnesota, they're not playing very well. Well, forget that.
Yep.
Minnesota just went to the West Coast and swept UCLA and USC. And major credit to Ben Johnson. And there's another guy that has to be a major player for the first team. Dawson Garcia
Who's been great.
is a brilliant player, also in his 5th year of playing college basketball. He's kind of the left-handed version of Bryce Williams.
Yep. Good news for you, Dick. It's Andrew Morgan jumping at center, so you don't have to worry about pronouncing any names on that one.
I like that. Thank you, Andrew. It was nice of you to hang out. It's nice of my other guy whose name I can't pronounce to sit this one out.
By Tunsil.
Yeah, no chance. I'm leaving that to you, man. I learned my lesson a long time ago with that.
They're
kind of
leading
stuff.
rebounders. Somebody said, well, it doesn't matter. Who's that? I said, they're leading rebounder.
Number 9. Yeah, number 9.
It's a good player.
Number 9.
Number 9. Good play by that. Now I'm going to do it like Johnny Most in the Serbia Celtics game in the McDonald's Classic.
Number
23
3
to
number
8. Penn State wins the tap. Far wing, DeMarco Dunn for 3. That one's no good. Rebound by Freddie DeLeon, who knocks it home. 2-0 Penn State.
Freddie had a good finish to the game Saturday, Steve. He's not shooting well from deep, but he played very well late.
Cutting through, blocked by Yannick.
What's the call?
Goaltending.
They're going to look at it, Steve. That is not goaltending.
Not even close.
Vern Harris made the call and immediately said, so the next, at the media timeout, they'll look at this.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
They don't have it on the board,
No.
but they clearly called it.
They called it. Top of the key, it's Hicks. Inside Yannick. He's clear, and it got stripped away by Sam Hoiberg.
Hoiberg is amazing at that, Steve. He 5 men think they're going to dunk it, and he steals it.
And the open 3, no good by Worcester, knocked out of bounds. Wow, they say it was off Nebraska. I guess Morgan hit it, but I thought Penn State hit it. Well, 2-2.
Yeah, Worcester in Big Ten games, 5 of 24 now on threes.
Really struggling overall. He comes into the game only 2 for his last 6.
Yeah, he was open for a reason.
Yep. DeLeon far wing in a 2-2 game. 2 is left between the circles. Goes far wing Ace Baldwin. Between the circles, DeMarco Dunn looks inside, 2 well covered, Ace far wing. Shot clock goes to 10. Skip pass near corner Hicks. Hicks baseline against Gary. He stops. Ace top of the key with 5 inside to Yannick, and he's fouled by Morgan on the play.
Steve, it was interesting. I figured Gary would be guarding Zach Hicks. He's their best defender, and everybody knows that Zach Hicks is the one guy you just don't want going off because he's one of the best three-point shooters in the league, and nobody's giving Zach any room.
Everybody is tilting their defense in his direction. It is Ace to throw it in. Nobody clear. Finally, Dunn far corner against Hoiberg. Back to Yannick. Now Dunn. Dunn backs up. 12 to shoot. Holds. Gives it to Zach Hicks. 8 to shoot. To his left top of the key. Near wing, it's Freddie DeLeon. Drives. Contact. Foul's going to be called. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious call. Again, there's 2 points that Nebraska has up there. They review at the media timeout at the under 16, and they can take that off if they deem that was not goaltending. I haven't seen a replay, but just live, I thought it was a good block. But it's a good rule, and you can't and you have to call it, Steve, because
Yes.
if you don't call it, it's not reviewable,
You can't
obviously.
That's exactly right. Freddie DeLeon, good. He's now hit 18 of his last 22 free throws, so he's been getting his groove on there. He's at 68% overall. Morgan goes out, and Braxton Mia, who was outstanding against Northwestern Sunday with 10 and 7, comes in 4-2 as Freddie makes them both.
Hey, a little bit of pressure here.
Gary backcourt gives the ball up to Worcester. Worcester against DeLeon into the front court, far sideline, but they're down to 20 now. Midcourt circle, Gary to the far wing, hands the ball out to Sam Hoiberg. Worcester to his left, Hoiberg far wing. Knocked away by Dunn, loose, and DeMarco gets it. Bounce pass ahead to
just a
Hicks.
bad
He
pass.
threw it away. Bad pass.
Yeah, also, DeMarco just needed to keep that, Steve. He threw it. He was at the free throw line, and Zach is running down. That would have been a great pass in soccer, but not a good pass in basketball.
We got a lot of pitch to make up in soccer to get to it.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. Just hold on to it.
And the pass by Hoiberg off the hands and out of bounds. And a turnover as Bryce Williams couldn't make the catch. And that would have been the first time in the game that Bryce Williams
even
touched the ball.
Yeah, again, he's understated. He doesn't demand anything, but eventually he's going to get around 20 points because that's what he does.
4-2 Penn State. To the near wing, Ace Baldwin. Top of the key, Zach Hicks. Hicks against Hoiberg. Looks inside, bounce pass goes to Yannick. Near wing, Ace, and threw his hands out of bounds. They're too anxious trying to make plays. They're trying to make good plays, but they're not making the right plays.
Yeah, just make this easy pass. The last two were difficult passes that didn't need to be made.
Mia front court hands it out to Bryce Williams. Ace picked his pocket from behind.
6 steals on Saturday, Steve. He's had 10 steals now in the last 2+ games.
54 on the season. Far wing Dunn. To his left to the elbow. Drives on Gary. Puts it up. Traffic and guard.
Yeah, right over top of Mia, who helped Steve, and it really made a difficult shot for DeMarco, and he knocked it in.
Worcester into the front court to Gary. To be honest with you, I thought Worcester was out of bounds when he caught the ball on the inbounds, but that doesn't matter. Play on. Hoiberg on the near wing. Screen from Mia. Hoiberg tied up, and Zach Hicks gets the steal ahead for Yannick. Yannick to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Great start for Penn State, Steve. They needed it. Pressure's gotten a couple turnovers for Nebraska.
Williams gives the ball up to Worcester. Worcester and a steal by
again.
Ace Baldwin.
He's like a wild man again. He's like Ace again all of a sudden.
Ace. Foul line. Into Yannick. Slam
Timeout.
dunk on the alley-oop. Fred Hoiberg needs a timeout.
Yeah, couldn't have gotten a better start. You talked about it with Mike, Steve. What is it when you get your defense to offense? Well, they're getting it, and they're getting fast break points. Nebraska has been averaging less than 10 turnovers over the last 6. They got 5 in the last 3 minutes.
Now, this is not the point where they can look at the goaltending because it's a 30-second timeout.
Correct.
They will wait to the media timeout.
This could be
it.
10-0.
Right. It could.
This easily could be 10-0. In fact, I predicted it's 10-0. I do not think that was goaltending.
Right. But they can't do that until we get to the under 16.
Correct. They want to do it when they have a lot of time and there's a commercial break. It doesn't interrupt the game so much, which is absolutely the correct way to do it. The difference, the last 4 minutes of the game, they're going to do it immediately, obviously, because you can't wait till the game ends to do it.
That's right. So they will come back onto the floor, and Connor Esigian, who is their sixth man, the former Wisconsin sharpshooter, 10.5 points a game with this crew, 40% in threes.
Right, and he's out there to shoot threes, and the reason he's out there is Fred just wants a three-point shooter at the other end rather than Wooster, who's not a three-point shooter.
And the Iowa transfer, Aaron Eulis, is in the game. Eulis, backcourt, doubled, slipped, got the ball to Gary. Gary drives to the bucket. Now backs off, guarded by Hicks. Now to his right top of the key. 14 to shoot. Hands the ball off. It's Eulis back out to the midcourt circle. Eulis, Mia between the circles. 8 to shoot. Mia, couple dribbles, far wing. Picks up the dribble with 4. Still has it with 2.
They have no idea what's going on there.
At the shot clock buzzer, flange no good. Rebound by Yannick.
Yeah, Gary actually knew what was happening, but he's not a shooter from out there.
It is Ace. Elbow. Stops. Gives the ball up to Hicks, top of the key. Near wing, it's done. To his right, against Gary. Cut off at the pass, brings the ball back out. Far wing, it's Ace with 12 to shoot. Near wing, Freddie DeLeon. To his right to the top of the key. Takes the three. Nope. Yannick tips it in with the left hand, and he had outside position. 12-2 Penn State. 15.5 to play opening half. Euless, midcourt circle. Top of the key, it's Mia. Mia,
he just carried the ball, Steve.
Double dribble.
Yeah, so this could be 12-0. We're about to find out during the commercial break.
Yep.
But what a start for Penn State. Their best start in weeks. Defense, Steve, that's what it is. Defense to offense, running the ball. It's an amazing thing. This is what we saw way back in November and December. This looked like the team we saw back then.
At this moment, it's 12-2. We'll find out if that's the score when we come back with 15:25 to play in the opening half on the Penn State Sports Network.
CPCU.
PECU. PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember. But the perks at PSCCU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU. PSECU. PSECU.
So why aren't you a member yet?
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com.
The Family Clothesline at State College has the perfect gear for every Penn State fan. We have officially licensed Penn State clothing and merchandise from quality brands like Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, Lululemon, and more. Shop PennStateClothes.com and get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. We are
The Family Clothesline.
Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network, presented by PepsiCo.
The Penn State Department of Intercollegiate Athletics recognizes the official All-American corporate partners, Highmark Because Life, and all of our student athletes.
One thing we did not see was a replay. They were in commercial on TV, so we didn't see a replay. And then, of course, the video board here, what's the use of having it?
Right. So it looks like it's going to stay as called as a goaltend. Vern Harris had the angle. He's a great official.
Great official.
I had the same angle he had from up higher, but, they have looked at it and made no change. So they decided it was, in fact, goaltending, and we will assume they got it right.
So it's 12-2 Nittany Lions with 15:25 to go in the first half. I mean,
Penn State 5 of 5 on twos to start this game, Steve.
And 6 turns by Nebraska in this game.
That's the difference. Again, they're averaging less than 10 a game in this 6-game run here where they've won 5 out of 6. But, this looks like Penn State hoops from December and November.
TV showed a highlight package, but not the play we were looking for. Doesn't matter. It's 12-2. You move on. It's done. Top of the key screen from Yannick. Turns the corner to the elbow. Ace top of the key. 12 to shoot. Ball when directing traffic. Screen from Yannick. Now to Freddie DeLeon. Dunn 6 to shoot. Drives baseline. Stops. 3 guys around him. 2 to shoot. Ace at the shot clock buzzer for 3. No. Rebound, Zach Hicks. Lays it up and in.
Nebraska does not have a single rebound in this game, Steve. Penn State's got them all, and several of them on the offensive glass.
14-2 Nittany Lions, full court pressure, Penn State. A siege in backcourt against Dunn.
Trap him.
That gives the ball up to Euless. Euless drives. Yannick's there, so Euless backs up. On a switch. They go far wing now. 3 by Bryce Williams. Finally took a shot, and he got fouled, and he's going to get 3.
Not a guy you want to foul.
No, this guy's virtually automatic.
Right, and they're having trouble making anything. You don't want to foul a jump shooter, but they did.
And he's only 90%. He's only hit 25 of his last 27.
And one of them was an intentional miss.
And my confidence is waning on this.
Yeah, we're thinking Bryce is probably going to make them.
And the first one, good.
Yeah, this is like the old intentional walk that they do in MLB now. Why does he have to shoot these?
Yeah. He put up 3 fingers. We're done. And good.
Yeah, that's the best stretch of two-way basketball Penn State has played in weeks.
Agreed.
To start this game.
Yep. And Nick Kern's going to come off the bench. And good.
Yeah, I don't think Mike wanted to change anything until Nebraska actually scored again.
Yep.
Yeah, DeMarco is going to come out.
And again, this is where Nick has excelled, coming off the bench.
Yep.
Right, being the energy guy off the bench, doing it here. And if Penn State were to score, you'll get to that diamond press with him at the front.
Yeah, Nebraska still hasn't actually made an actual basket. The only basket they have was goaltended.
Yeah. And knocked out of bounds by Ulis on the pass over to Freddie DeLeon. They have 21 to shoot.
Obviously, Coach Hoiberg was not happy with his starting backcourt, including his son. He yanked them out of there in a hurry.
They are now sitting near him.
And he's getting further away from them as if he doesn't want anything to do with it.
He's walking away from them. I don't want to talk to you. Into Ace Baldwin, near wing. Top of the key, Yannick. Hands it back to Ace. Ace to his right, foul line alley-oop for Freddie DeLeon and overshot him out of bounds. It should be Nebraska ball. It is.
I'm not sure whether he was throwing it to Freddie or he was throwing it to Yannick, but either way, it was too far.
Too far. So now they set it up. Ulis in the backcourt. Ulis had to sit out all of last year because of an off-court problem. Now to his right, gives the ball up to Bryce Williams, near wing. It's a Sejan at the elbow. Mia hands it off to Gary. Gary drives on the near wing. It's Bryce Williams, 10 to shoot. Bryce Williams against Ace. He spins and picked again by Ace. Ace gets the ball back to Hicks. What a play by Baldwin.
He is absolutely everywhere.
Open three, Freddie DeLeon. No. Rebound by Braxton Mia.
Yeah, Freddie's really struggling from three in the last
really
5-6
is.
games.
Yep. He is.
Because he couldn't have been any more wide open there.
He was 7 for his last 24. Gary drives, lays it up, missed it. Deflected out by Yannick to Hicks. Off to Baldwin. Ace down the floor, splits a double team, lays it up and in. Basket counts on a foul.
He's been unbelievable in this game, Steve. He just looks like the ace ball we know and love out here. He's faster than everybody. Nobody knows where he's coming from. He's the proverbial wind at the moment. You can hear it, but you can't see it coming.
It's been something else. Ace has 3 steals in this game,
which gives him a dozen in the last 2 games plus 7 minutes.
He's probably got
6 Saturday and I think 3 at USC.
Yep. And up, and that's good by Baldwin. 17-5 Penn State. Ace will go out for Javin Carter. Meanwhile, Kachi Enze comes into the game for Yannick. All right, so Javin at the front of the press, gets the ball into Ulis backcourt. DeLeon's done a good job defensively so far, especially in the press. Ulis into the front court.
They can't even run their offense, Steve. They haven't been able to get the ball anywhere yet.
Over the shoulder, Williams, top of the key for 3. Good, there's their offense. 17-8.
He's taken 1 shot. He's got 6 points.
Amazing. On the far wing, it's Nick Kern, guarded by a Sejan. Screen from Kachi. 2 his left. Blows by a Sejan, lays it up. No, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. That is if they're going to make that your matchup,
yep. Yeah,
you're going to milk that all night.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what they've done in this game, Steve. It's what has been hurting them is they can't keep the ball in front of them. In this game, Nebraska can't keep the ball in front of them.
Right.
Great screen from Kachi that time to clear Nick right down the lane.
So Nick, early in the season, outstanding at the line, struggle of late, 4 of his last 9. Overall, he's at 66%. First to 2 is released, and that one is good. 18-8 Nittany Lions, 12:43 to go in the opening half.
Stephen, I like what Mike is doing, getting early subs in. One of the things I think we've seen at the end of these games, they're tired at the end of these games. That's one of the reasons they haven't been able to finish. And a lot of players, as you said, are playing more minutes than they would have been playing early in the season because without Puff, the rotation's down 1 key player.
And that's what Nebraska did against Northwestern.
Yep.
They essentially ran Northwestern out of gas because they're so thin.
Exactly.
Up, and the second one good all net, 19-8 Nittany Lions.
Yeah, Chris Collins without his best player and one of my favorites in the league, Brooks Barnheiser, who broke his foot.
Big-time player. Love how he plays. Worcester, front court, gets it to Ulis. Ulis to the far wing against DeMarco Dunn, who's back in the game. Dunn, top of the key, it's Morgan. Morgan, couple dribbles, top of the circle, hands the ball off to Bryce Williams. Near wing, it's Worcester. He drives, stops, back out for a Sejan for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Hicks. Javin Carter, far sideline, front court. Carter sets it up for Penn State. Carter on the far wing for Dunn. Now between the circles, Nick Kern. Screen from Kachi. Kachi gets the ball top of the key to the far wing, gives the ball up to Hicks. Hicks looks inside their coverage, so Javin Carter takes it. Near wing, it's Dunn. Shot clock at 8. DeMarco now to his right foul line, down to Kachi. Far corner, Hicks. Hicks, 3.
Stepped on the sideline, I think, or
call
walked.
for traveling.
Either one, under 12. He was close to the sideline, Steve. He was just trying to maintain his balance.
Yep.
It wasn't a bad pass. The idea of the pass was fine.
Yes.
But a turnover.
And a break. 11:49 to go in the opening half. 19-8 Nittany Lions on the Penn State Sports Network.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM, the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, interviews, and analysis. Cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Free trial, SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025.
Thanks, Raj. And with 11:49 to go in the opening half, 19-8 Nittany Lions. And Mike Rhodes, especially with this lead, has been substituting liberally, and part of that's going to be Dom Stewart's going to enter the game for Penn State.
Penn State 7 for 7 on 2-point shots, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. That's all their points. They haven't made a 3, and they led this game 17-5. Still have a nice lead of 11 here at the second media timeout of 19-8. And one of the things Nebraska's done really well, they got 418 made free throws. Their opponent's 412 free throws attempted, plus 128 points or plus 48 in the Big Ten games. Conversely, they're outscored from the three-point line by 177 points, 135 in the Big Ten. So they were willing to give up three-point shots. But the interesting thing is, they're willing to give up threes, but right now Penn State's beating them off the bounce and getting right to the rim. Points in a lane, 14-2.
Full court pressure by Penn State with Dom Stewart, Javin Carter, Nick Kern, DeMarco Dunn, and back in the game, Yannick Konen-Niederhauser. Full court pressure. Finally gets the ball into the backcourt to Worcester. Worcester against Carter. And with left-hand dribble into the front court. Sets it up in the midcourt circle. Worcester open floor far side. They're having trouble getting into their offense every time. Gary.
And no Williams out there at the moment.
Far corner, Euless. And now Worcester top of the key for 3. Nope. Rebound near corner. Nick Kern just lets it go out of bounds. And Worcester is open for a reason.
Non-shooter. Scorer, 1,000-point scorer, but
no doubt.
Smart player, knows what he's doing, but you want him to shoot threes.
I mean, he's done a lot of really good things for them this year, but that shot is not it. Dom Stewart, foul lines. Near wing, it's Kern. Carter between the circles. Carter to his right, far wing. Dom Stewart looks inside for Yannick. He's got him. He's doubled, so kicks it back out, deflected to Dunn. Dunn drives off to Yannick, slam dunk. Great decision by DeMarco Dunn.
Yeah, great pass, Steve, and they were lucky to get it back because it hit. Who did it hit in the back? Was it Sejan?
I think Sejan's back. Hit him in the back, and it went to DeMarco.
DeMarco just picked it up and rolled right. Sejan never knew what happened. And DeMarco went to the rim and dropped it off for Yannick, who's stuffing the ball earlier.
10:40 to go in the first half. 21-8 Nittany Lions. Worcester far wing with 10 to shoot. Near wing, it's Eulis. Eulis spins on Stewart to the bucket. Double clutches, fires it up. It's deflected and batted out by Yannick to Carter.
Another great defensive sequence. Fundamentally perfect. Make a three or a layup.
Driving, done, and good, even though Nebraska grabbed the rim. 23-8.
Biggest lead of the game.
10:16 to go first half. And then the inadvertent on grabbing the rim. Backcourt, it's Eulis. Eulis doubled, gives the ball up to Worcester.
We just made it over.
Barely beat the count.
Right at 20.
Sejan far wing. Foul line, Mia. Sejan underneath.
No
There's
chance.
Yannick back outside. He goes to Worcester. Foul line, near corner, three by Gary is good. And he is a good three-point shooter.
Good player. I mean, their two best players, Gary and Williams, are as good as any pair in the league. They're terrific.
23-11. He's now hit 6 of his last 10 threes. Midcourt circle, it's done. Near wing, Stewart. Stewart, foul line, Yannick. Niederhauser holds. Spins on Mia, lays it up and in. That was a great move.
Steve, we've been waiting for this Yannick for a while. He has not missed a shot. He's 5 for 5. He's got 10.
25-10 Nittany Lions, 9:18 to go first half. Gary drives, trying to take it over, left hand up, no, and he'll shoot at the line.
Yeah, that's Nebraska. Get to the rim, get to the foul line. Steve, here's a country that hasn't been heard from much for Nebraska about to come in the game. We know him from Piscataway, yes?
Yes, we do. It is going to be Gavin Griffiths coming in, and he had not played in 5 straight games until Northwestern when he played 6 minutes.
Yeah, so Fred is looking for something here. Somebody.
And Gary, first one good. So Jawan Gary, 78% free throw shooter. He's now hit 15 of his last 18. Sam Hoiberg is wearing 32, so something must have happened to his jersey, blood or something.
Yep.
How can you tell on that jersey?
Unless it's on the white,
on the numbers, yeah. It's the only way you could tell.
Red road jerseys for the Huskers.
Ace Baldwin back in the game for Penn State. So it's going to be Kern, Niederhauser, Dunn, Stewart, and Baldwin attacking the basket to our left, 25-12. As Gary made both. Near wing, it's Nick Kern. Directing traffic. Bounce pass to Yannick, top of the key to the far wing. Hands the ball off to Baldwin. Baldwin on the screen and roll, gets to the elbow, near corner, Stewart for 3. Flange, no. Rebound by Worcester.
Got him a great shot. He was in rhythm. Ace gave it to him right at the perfect spot.
Worcester. And he wanted a backdoor cut to Griffiths, and Griffiths stopped.
Yeah, Griffiths is a three-point shooter. That's kind of what he does in life, Steve, and he's not used to doing that.
8 turnovers.
Yeah, it's amazing. They're right at their – we said they've been averaging just over 9 in this 6-game run. Penn State will play small here.
Yannick and Dom Stewart, along with DeMarco Dunn, go out.
No, I'm sorry, not small. Miles Goodman's in.
Yep, Goodman, DeLeon, Kern, Hicks, and the guy with the ball, Ace Baldwin, attacking the basket to our left. Baldwin to his left, top of the key, probing, looking, gives the ball up to DeLeon, back to Baldwin, DeLeon far wing, Kern, far corner, drives the baseline on Hoiberg, blocked by Mia, pulled down by Mia.
Good idea by Nick. He had the smaller player on him, but as you said, Steve, they came over with help from the big man.
Worcester to Hoiberg. Open floor far side. Hoiberg to his right. Hoiberg far wing gives the ball up to Griffiths. Drives right opening, but he didn't take the shot. Worcester will, and it's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds off of, I think, Penn State. Should be off Hicks.
Yep. 7 to shoot because it hit nothing.
Hit nothing. I mean, Griffiths, that was a baffling decision by him. He had an open layup.
Right. We said he's more of a perimeter player.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And he threw it to a guy who is not a good shooter.
I'll say
who
this.
Didn't even want to shoot that.
Well, Hoiberg came back in the game, and, of course, Sam always wears 1. I'm thinking, there's no 32 on my roster. Who's 32? Look at that.
Penn State is playing small and is inbounds.
Yep, 7 to shoot. In the corner, Bryce Williams for 2, short. Rebound, Ace Baldwin.
Good, well defended by Nick Kern that time.
Kern, Hicks, near corner 3. God, what a pass by Kern. That was well run on the break, Dick.
Defense to offense, Steve. Early offense.
28-12, Nittany Lions, 7:46 to go in the half. Gary, crossover, drives, lays it up, too hard, missed it, deflected up and in by Worcester.
That was a difficult tip in.
Tough play. Driving, Ace,
And
lays
one.
it up, and in, as Dick said, basket counts and a foul.
You had Worcester backing up, Steve. Ace is playing. He played great on Saturday, Steve, with 28 and 6 steals. He's even better tonight.
No question.
Penn State has dominated the first part. Now the question is, Steve, they got this lead. We're at this 7.5. Can they finish the half?
It goes back to what we talked about in the pregame.
Yep.
The middle 8. We
Yep.
talk about it in football. It exists in basketball if you know the game.
Yep.
And
Keep
here
playing.
we go.
Keep playing.
Yep.
Don't slow down.
Yep.
Keep going.
30-14, Nittany Lions, 7.5 to play in the opening half of the Penn State Sports Network.
Here, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Milton Hershey School, we believe that talent deserves every opportunity to shine. That's why student athletes, like me, have access to state-of-the-art facilities, experienced coaches, and unmatched resources, with all costs covered. At MHS, we excel in the classroom because teamwork, leadership, and resilience aren't...
If only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shampoo, Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network. Presented by PepsiCo.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network. Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers the American dream. Company by company, person by person, rooftop by rooftop. SRS delivers more than building products.
All right, thanks, Raj. 30-14, Nittany Lions, 7.5 to play opening half. Ace Baldwin will be at the line looking to complete a three-point play, and so far he has put on a show for Penn State in this game.
Yeah, 128 of 127 of 136 on the season, Steve. He's 1 for 1 today. Penn State 22-4 points in the lane, 8-0 points off turnovers, 9-0 fast break points.
Free throw up, free throw good. His second three-point play of the game. He has 6 points, a rebound. He has 4 steals.
And they're playing defense without fouling. Only 2 team fouls so far.
Setting it up as Worcester gives the ball to Gary between the circles. Gary against Kern on the near wing to Worcester. Griffiths, 3 on the way by Williams, and he got it. That's Bryce Williams. It's what he does. He's a terrific player. Ironically, it only been 5 of his last 20 in threes coming into the game.
He's taken 3 shots. He's got 9 points. 2 threes, 3 free throws.
31-17, Penn State, 6:56 to go opening half. Near wing, it's Baldwin. Baldwin, between the circles to Marco Dunn. Dunn, to his right, stumbles, window, got it.
Steve, they're 7 of 8 on layups, 2 of 2 on dunks, so 9 of 10 right at the rim.
And 33-16 on the board, 6:38 to go in the half.
12 of 13 on 2-point shots.
Worcester gives the ball up. Williams for 3 again. That one is no good. Deflected. It goes to Dunn. Good job by De Leon to get a hand on it. Dunn between the circles. Dunn to the far wing. Dunn backs up on the wing now, sets up at the top of the key, fires it with one hand to Hicks. Not a great pass. Stumbling is...
Even if he catches it, he has no chance.
Right.
Just that's one of the few bad plays they've made.
Gary to the elbow, in the lane, double clutches, leans, missed it, rebound by Kern. Made that a tougher shot than it should have been. Baldwin got fouled by Gary in the open floor. That is team foul 5 on Nebraska.
Steve, they got more turnover. They got 8 turnovers already. Set 16 fouls. I thought so Penn State's in the 1-on-1 the rest of the half, in addition to everything else. And Nebraska's nowhere near the 1-on-1. And we mentioned they actually have more free throws made than their opponents have taken on the year.
Right.
So it's all going Penn State's way at this point.
Right. Hicks.
I'm sorry, Steve. They've been ahead by as much as 17-16 at the moment.
Hicks, Niederhauser, Kern, DeLeon, and Baldwin attack the basket to our left. They had 26 to shoot with 6:03 to go in the half. Hicks back to Baldwin. Baldwin to his left, screen from Yannick. Hicks straight on, now drives. Lane, double clutches. Window, got blocked, got his own ball back. Far wing, DeLeon penetrates with 14 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Kern, lays it up and in.
They're just moving beautifully without the ball, Steve. Biggest lead of the game now, plus 18.
35-18, Nittany Lions, 5:40 to go in the half. And driving through the traffic, Worcester contact and made the shot off the glass.
Yeah, he stopped shooting threes, Steve. Now he's doing what he does better.
Yeah, he's a good scorer. Good player. 5:26 left, 35-19 Penn State. Ace, far wing, top of the key, DeLeon. Inside for Yannick. Held by Hoiberg on the play. He'll get 1+1, the fouls on the floor.
Yeah, Hoiberg had no chance, Steve. He came over from the weak side because they were in desperate trouble otherwise. Yannick will shoot 1-1.
Hoiberg's first, and as Dick mentioned, 1-1, 17 foul in Nebraska.
Yeah, Steve, they're shooting 1 of 6 on threes in this game. Yeah. Overall, they're 67%, so that tells you how they're doing on twos.
Yannick, 64%, 7 of his last 13 at the line. And up and good. 13 of 15, by the way, on twos.
Yes, that'll work. Wisconsin had a game the other day where I want to say they were 20 of 22 for the game.
It was amazing. And up, and that one's long, and the rebound by Gavin Griffiths.
First missed free throw. They had made their first 7.
36-19, Nittany Lions, 5:10 to go in the half. Bryce Williams gives the ball up now in the near wing. It's Hoiberg. Sam Hoiberg now, crossover to the elbow, hands it back to Griffiths. Griffiths guarded by Hicks, 12 to shoot. Wanted to give the ball to Gary, he couldn't. Now feeds Gary. Kern knocked it away, and a steal by DeLeon. Freddie DeLeon in transition. Gives the ball to Ace. Steps into a three. In and out. Rebound by Griffiths.
Good pass, good play, right shot, just didn't go in.
Worcester into the front court. Worcester gives the ball up to Griffiths, top of the key. Drives on Yannick. Stops, gives it back to Hoiberg. Sam Hoiberg drives, bounce pass far corner. Worcester passes up the 3. Top of the key, Williams. He won't pass it up, and no good. Rebound by Yannick.
Defense has been sensational in this half.
Freddie wants to drive, gives it back to Yannick. Smart decision there. Now it's Ace Baldwin between the circles. 4:16 to go in the half. Yannick out to DeLeon on the far wing.
I wish Yannick would have kept that one, Steve. He was in a great spot to make a jump hook.
Near wing, it's Hicks. Head and shoulder fake for 3. Good.
Up 20, Steve. Biggest lead of the game.
39-19.
Timeout, Fred Hoiberg, I think.
39-19, Nittany Lions, 4 minutes to play.
So they're continuing to pour it on. Yeah, timeout, Fred Hoiberg. He's got 2 left.
Okay, now I'll state it now. Yeah. Make 20-25.
Exactly.
Don't go the other way.
No, it's it. They've increased the last couple of minutes. They're playing this is the best sustained play they've had in weeks of basketball. Maybe go back to December 5th against Purdue.
Agreed. Back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. We do it all. Design, build, and install, so there's no middleman markup. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price direct from our local factory. Call today for our last big sale of the year on all windows and doors. Plus, no money down and no interest for 12 months. See ThompsonCreek.com for details. Thompson Creek is an official partner of Penn State Athletics. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
To support you both, because life.
Thanks, Raj. 4 minutes to play in the half. 39-19. The Nittany Lions lead it over Nebraska. And this is one of those where we've talked about this, but now we're going to do it in this context. You don't know what's more impressive, the 39 or the 19.
Yeah, no doubt. Offense has been great. Defense leading to offense has been sensational. Again, this is the best sustained play they've had since December 5th against Purdue. Nebraska was playing well. They are not letting them run their offense. They have already got a half a dozen steals. They got 9 points off turnovers, or 9 points fast break, 8 second chance. 9 off turnovers, 26-6 in the lane, Steve, and that's the difference. That's plus 20 in here. That's where we are on the scoreboard.
Bryce Williams double in the backcourt, gets it into the front court to Worcester. Worcester drives, lost it going up, and it's off. Worcester out of bounds, and Nebraska commits another turnover.
That's 10. They were averaging less than that in the last 6 games, and Zach Hicks did a great job, Steve, of coming over late and forcing that turnover when Worcester, I think, thought he was clear of the rim.
So now it's Ace. He drives, opening in traffic, and has pocket picked that time by Griffiths. Griffiths ahead to Bryce Williams. Williams to his left. Far wing, not a great pass, but it's picked up there in the wing by Asijan. Asijan, low block far side, Gary. Gary against DeLeon. Back to Asijan for 3. Good, and that's what Connor Asijan does. 39-22 Nittany Lions. 3:10 to go in the game, or in the half. It's an alley-oop, and what a play by Yannick just to catch it, and a foul on Nebraska. He's going to shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, nice idea. Freddie DeLeon is playing probably his best half in a while, too, Steve. He's just into everything. He's making good decisions. He's got 4 points, but he's been in the middle of a lot of plays.
And I feel like he's played solid defensively, and he's made some good plays defensively.
Absolutely.
Deflections. There was a rebound he deflected out to Kern that led to a break. And Yannick first to 2. That one is good. Penn State expands to 40-22 with 3:07 to go in the half. And Bryce Williams is going to sit down with Braxton Mia coming in because Bryce Williams has 3 personal fouls.
That's a huge deal here.
That is a gigantic deal in this game. We're talking one of the premier players in this conference. That's good by Yannick, 41-22.
Yeah, keep the pressure on it. Finish off the halves like you played it for 17 minutes. Finish the last 3.
Into Griffiths' backcourt. Griffiths.
He almost carried it.
Stuck in the backcourt. Gets it to Worcester. He'll get into the front court. Worcester gives the ball up to Gary on the far wing. Asijan to the elbow. Griffiths on the near wing. Asijan for 3. It's good. He can bring you back. 41-25, back-to-back threes for him. He'd been slumping at threes going to Northwestern and then found the range there.
Those were not easy shots, and he buried them like the great shooter he is.
Baseline, it's done. Back to Hicks between the circles. Baldwin inside for Yannick. Yannick looks outside, finds Hicks near corner. DeMarco done for 3. Answers right back.
Beautiful basketball. Ball just is flying around the half court.
Did not stick. That time, as Mike would say, it was hot. 44-25 Penn State, 2:16 to play. Mia, backdoor cut. Gary, 1 dribble, lays it up and in.
Foul on the floor, Steve.
Fouls on the floor, no basket.
It's a good foul to take. It's only the 3rd team foul, right? They got 3 more to play with.
Eulis is going to check in, and Griffiths will go out. So... Really?
Penn State 64% in the half, 16 of 25.
Yep. Waiting. Eulis waiting, gets the ball into Mia, back to Eulis. Eulis off the screen, drives left, kicks it back out, far corner, Gary. Gary guarded by Dunn, lobs it into Mia, 12 to shoot, far corner.
Ace is on Asijan now.
Yep. And down to Mia, good pass. He walked, he got away with it. Oh, man. Lost it, got the ball, and out of bounds at 3.2.
How did he miss that, Steve? It was right in front of him.
Consider the source. We'll go from there. That's an inside between you and me. You know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Waiting. Gets the ball in far corner. Asijan up over Ace. Air ball. Penn State will get it on the shot clock violation.
Another turnover. Ace was, they moved Ace to Asijan. They said, that's enough for you, my man.
Yeah. Well, with Williams on the bench with 3, you can put Ace on Asijan.
Absolutely.
That, you pick out the greatest threat in the backcourt, that's him.
Steve, see if we can deal some cards here. That's been a long time coming around these places.
Layup or alley-oop would do that. Driving, up, blocked, or free throws can do it. 1:38 to go.
We'll take it with 2 free throws. Penn State 9 of 10 from the line. Yannick is having himself a half, Steve. He's got 13, 5 for 5, 3 for 4 from the line.
Yep. He's got 3 rebounds to go with it in the game. And Yannick also has one block shot.
Yep.
First to 2 up. Good. 45-25, 1:38 to go in the half. Second free throw.
A Penn State blackjack, Steve Jones. Second free throw good, 46-25.
We'll get cards in a moment.
Yes, we'll figure out what cards were dealt there.
Worcester near wing, top of the key, Mia. Mia, far wing, gives the ball up to Eulis. Eulis with 16 to shoot, looks. Worcester back to Eulis, now drives to his right through traffic.
Good
and
foul.
a good foul. It's on the floor. Fourth team foul, Penn State. Thus, it opens the door for cards.
Yep, yeah. It looked to me like that was the classic ace of spades over the jack of hearts.
That is a deal that often happens in Switzerland.
There you go. Enough said.
Up with a shot, no good. Rebound deflected by Yannick and goes out of bounds. It's going to be Nebraska
20.
ball and back to 20 with 1:14 to go in the half.
Right, they got it to 10. They fouled back to 20. Now back to 20 again. So a longer possession. But Penn State still has 2 more fouls to play with here.
In Zurich, that is a popular deal, just so you know. Waits. Gets it out now to Gary. Open floor far side. Dumps it off to Mia. Near wing, it's Worcester to his left. Up from the foul line, that is...
He called up. The ball went in.
And
then he calls a foul on Yannick. So I think the basket's going to count, and they're going to get the ball on the baseline.
Yeah, so 46-27, 106 to go.
And Yannick got his second foul, Steve.
So Kachi Enze will come in. Remember, Bryce Williams is on the bench with 3. 46-27, Nittany Lions. Nebraska now, after getting the bucket, gets a golden opportunity here as Gary drives. Tough layup. He missed it. And Worcester knocked it out of bounds just on an effort play by Worcester, but he just couldn't stop his momentum.
So Penn State's in a position to get 2 of the last 3 possessions here, Steve, with 61 seconds left if they play this correctly. And they have a foul to give, too, if they need it.
Yep, 19 fouls Nebraska, so double bonus, 5 Penn State foul to give. Midcourt circle, it's Baldwin. Here comes DeLeon underneath, lays it up and in. They will get 2 of the last 3, and they're back up by 21, 48-27. Near side, it's Eulis. They blitz him with Kachi. Far wing, 3 by Asijan. Nope, rebound by Hicks, and here comes Penn State.
Last shot time. It's like, 4 seconds difference, Steve?
4 seconds. Yep, 4-second difference, shot clock to game clock.
You want 21, 22, 23, or 24 to get to the break. Yep. And they did finish this half with a flourish.
Yes. So, 10 to shoot. And midcourt circle, it's Ace. Down to 6. Time to run the offense. Ace, 4 to shoot. Opening, has it. Lays it up and in.
Great screens in the middle, Steve.
Worcester, final shot of the half from midcourt. Banked it, missed it. Penn State to the break by 23.
Half 100, Steve, at the half. This is the team we watched from early in the season through December 5th in the Purdue game. Glad to have them back tonight.
Remember when they showed us at Iowa?
Yeah, where is this team?
Well, this team has shown up tonight.
Right, the morning after the Iowa game at Iowa, the coaches showed the team at the Purdue tape. And with the heading of, where is this team? Well, they're here tonight.
So now, you're Mike Rhodes. You're telling your team,
get 100.
Get 100. Put this thing away.
Correct.
If you're Fred Hoiberg, you're saying, hey, at Northwestern, we were in this spot.
Sure. Yeah, but just keep playing. Right now, they can't stop anybody off the bounce, Steve. Penn State's getting wherever they want, whenever they want to get there.
50-27, the Nittany Lions lead it at the break. Back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Discover Happy Valley Hotels, featuring 6 top-rated properties in the heart of State College, with modern rooms and convenient amenities. From luxurious suites to budget-friendly options, our reputable brands have you covered. Enjoy comfort, style, and a great location all in one place. Book your stay today at www.stayhvh.com. Happy Valley Hotels, where your best stay starts.
As the cost of electricity continues to rise, people in Pennsylvania are looking for ways to save money at home, and they're finding it in an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. It's propane. Propane can power everything from furnaces and water heaters to ovens and fireplaces, even clothes dryers. And propane fire pits and heaters make outdoor living in Pennsylvania just as comfortable as being inside. Get the facts at papropane.com. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Propane Foundation and your local propane provider.
At Milton Hershey School, we believe that talent deserves every opportunity to shine. That's why student athletes, like me, have access to state-of-the-art facilities, experienced coaches, and unmatched resources, with all costs covered. At MHS, we excel in the classroom because teamwork, leadership, and resilience aren't just part of the game. They're building blocks to a brighter future. MHS helps turn potential into achievement on the field and beyond. Learn more at mhskids.org/athletics.
This is the Penn State Basketball Halftime Show, presented by Penn State Health. Penn State Health, the official healthcare provider of Penn State Athletics. Also brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery, proud partner of Penn State Athletics.
At the break, the Nittany Lions putting together an outstanding opening 20 minutes. They have a 50-27 lead over Nebraska at halftime, and the numbers are what Mike Rhodes hoped they would be.
Yeah, and this is easily the best half they've had since
doubt.
December the 5th against Purdue, when they
close.
ended up with a similar kind of lead. Now, they've had other leads bigger during the season, but against obviously lesser competition than Purdue and Nebraska. So, yeah, it's been beautiful basketball, and it started from the very beginning, Steve. It was 12-2 fast.
And let's point out, again, Nebraska did come back against Northwestern, but right now on the tournament line, right now they're winning by 23 over somebody that'd probably be a 10 seed right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, they were 41-21 down on Sunday at Northwestern. Yeah. They came back to win that game. So there is that. They have that recently, but you can't be spending your whole life coming back from 20 on the road. That just generally does not work.
And you can't be doing it with Bryce Williams with 3 fouls to start the half.
That's a huge problem. He got 9 of their points. He's 2 for 5. Juwan Gary's 1 for 6. Steve, it's the old question. When you don't know what's better, the offense or the defense, you have a half to remember. 34 possessions for the Cornhuskers, .794. Penn State, 33 possessions. They've scored on 24 of them, 1.52 points per possession, 10 of 12 on layups, 2 of 2 on dunks, 15 of 18 on twos. They have forced 11 turnovers. They have 7 steals. Ace has 8 points. A couple of assists and 4 steals. And at the beginning of the game, he set the tone for the game when they didn't know where he was coming from or when he was going to get there. All they knew was they were in trouble, and they were in big trouble quickly, and Penn State completely dominated the first half.
And lead this game 50-27 at halftime. We'll come back with scores of other games in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
24/7, get the gear at PennStateClothes.com.
The Family Clothesline at State College has the perfect gear for every Penn State fan. We have officially licensed Penn State clothing and merchandise from quality brands like Nike, Under Armour, Yeti, Lululemon, and more. Shop PennStateClothes.com and get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. We are
the Family Clothesline.
Be sure to check out all the great deals at nittany.com. Clothing, gifts, and souvenirs, items for men, women, and children. nittany.com has something for every Penn State fan. Winter clearance sales as well as new spring merchandise arriving weekly. nittany.com is your shopping site with affordable pricing and friendly customer service. nittany.com for all of your Penn State needs.
Gear up at the Penn State Bookstore this season and show your Penn State pride. Be part of the Penn State basketball tradition. Visit the Penn State Bookstore at Gate A of the Bryce Jordan Center on game days or visit psu.bncollege.com. That's psu.bncollege.com. The Penn State Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. We do it all. Design, build, and install, so there's no middleman markup. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price direct from our local factory. Call today for our last big sale of the year on all windows and doors. Plus, no money down and no interest for 12 months. See ThompsonCreek.com for details. Thompson Creek is an official partner of Penn State Athletics. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
50-27, Nittany Lions at the break. Scores of other games. First of all, in the Big Ten, one of the shorter road trips for Oregon. They're at Iowa tonight. That'll be at 8:30. And then as far east as you can go to as far west as you can go, Rutgers is at Washington tonight, and that will be the 10:30 game as part of this triple header in the Big Ten tonight.
And Steve, that first assist for Ace tonight gave him 800.
800 on the – wow. Great for him. Elsewhere, top 25 scores. Kentucky leads Vanderbilt 30-25, 7:47 to go first half. Top-ranked Auburn will host Arkansas at 9 tonight. Alabama trying to bounce back from the Auburn losses at Missouri. That's at 9. And St. John's, which is playing terrific basketball, 22-4, in Chicago at Wintrust to take on DePaul at 9 o'clock tonight.
And if anybody gets a chance to see it, Vice TV has a documentary that a good buddy of mine, Matt Halley's involved with, on St. John's and Rick Pitino. It is worth seeing. It's my man in full. I mean, it's Rick Pitino in full. They have to bleep out a lot, but it's worth seeing. So there's 2 episodes been out, Vice TV.
Son, you and I have both been around. You've been around them exponentially more than me. I'm shocked they bleeped anything.
Yeah, it might be that. I don't know exactly what the reasoning is. Maybe Rick asked him to bleep it, but it's pretty obvious what he's saying. But yeah, I mean, he's phenomenal, and St. John's is filling up the Garden every night they play,
which is incredible. It's great to see that back at Madison Square Garden again, the mecca of college basketball. 50-27, Penn State at the break. Back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
At PSECU, we like to think we're pretty unforgettable.
PSCPCU.
PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember.
Thank you!
But the perks at PSECU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU.
PSECU.
PSECU!
So why aren't you a member yet?
Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely.
783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network, presented by PepsiCo.
Here at the Jordan Center, we said when Penn State went up 20, make it 25. Well, Dick, they made it 23. That's how you close.
Yeah, exactly. 100 in this half, Steve. And I went back and looked at the Purdue first half on December 5th, 40-24. They led that game by 27 with 10 to go, and then eased up the final score that told you nothing about the game. But, yeah, there's been that kind of domination. Defense has been great. It's led to runouts, 10-0 points off turnovers, 9-0 points, fast break points, 30-8 points in the lane, and that's where Penn State has completely dominated the game. They cannot keep Penn State out of the lane. Ace has been great getting to the rim, And Yannick, when he gets the ball around the rim, Steve, has not missed. He's got 15, 5 of 5, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He's been sensational. Ace with 8, a couple of assists, 4 steals. DeMarco Dunn with 9. He's finished around the rim. Freddie's finished around the rim. Zach Hicks has finished there and made a couple of threes. He's got 8. Freddie's got 6. Nick Kern off the bench. Maybe that's what it was. Nothing against Nick. Put him back on the bench. That was the team that was winning all those games.
15 of 18 in twos and 10-0 points off of turnovers. We'll come back with the second half in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
Discover Happy Valley Hotels, featuring 6 top-rated properties in the heart of State College, with modern rooms and convenient amenities. From luxurious suites to budget-friendly options, our reputable brands have you covered. Enjoy comfort, style, and a great location all in one place. Book your stay today at www.stayhvh.com. Happy Valley Hotels, where your best stay starts.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. We do it all. Design, build, and install, so there's no middleman markup. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price direct from our local factory. Call today for our last big sale of the year on all windows and doors, plus no money down and no interest for 12 months. See ThompsonCreek.com for details. Thompson Creek is an official partner of Penn State Athletics. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
At PSECU, we like to think we're pretty unforgettable.
SCPCU. PESU.
Okay, maybe our name's a little hard to remember.
Thank you!
But the perks at PSECU are impossible to forget. We're a member-owned digital-first credit union that treats members way better than your average bank.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So even if you can't remember our name, just don't forget that our members achieve more.
PSECU.
PSECU.
PSCCU!
So why aren't you a member yet?
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
This is the Penn State Basketball Halftime Show, presented by Penn State Health. Penn State Health, the official healthcare provider of Penn State Athletics. Also brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery, proud partner of Penn State Athletics. The second half is just moments away.
3, 2, 1.
Here's the voice of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Steve Jones.
Joined by Dick Girardi, Roger Corey, Josh Eisenberg running the show tonight. Zach Garner, our executive producer, 50-27. The Nittany Lions lead it. Nebraska will start the second half with the ball. Bryce Williams, after sitting out 7 minutes in the first half with 3 personal fouls, will rejoin the fray.
Yeah, Steve, I just looked it up to see how many times Bryce has fouled out this year. The answer is 0.
Right.
Smart player, knows what he's doing, and obviously they need him out there. Fred's not going to wait. You're down 23.
No, even if he gets 4, he's got to stay.
What are you waiting for?
Yep. Penn State, Yannick Niederhauser, Zach Hicks, and DeMarco Dunn up front. Backcourt of Freddie DeLeon and Ace Baldwin.
And Ace is on Bryce Williams. And the good news is Ace has 1 foul. Penn State never got him to the bonus. This is a team that was plus 128 free throws made over their opponents on the season, and they only got there 5 times. Penn State got there 12. And to get 50, Steve, at a half with only 3 threes, that's amazing. A hell of an offensive half for Penn State.
That's amazing to do that.
15 of 18 on twos, 11 of 12 on free throws. There's all kinds of ways to score, and in this game, they're doing it a little differently, but they're doing it very effectively. They got a half 100. They're not going to need another half 100 to win, but it would be fun to have a half 100. 35 will win, but 50 would be nice.
Bryce Williams, midcourt circle, sets it up, gives the ball up to Worcester on the near wing. Worcester holds, Between the circles, Hoiberg to the far wing, gives the ball up to Williams. Now it's Andrew Morgan. Morgan back to Hoiberg. Tries to turn the corner, cut off by Freddie DeLeon and fouled by Freddie DeLeon. So Freddie DeLeon gets the foul. And that is one on him. And they'll throw it in.
The key here is for Yannick not to get his third anytime soon.
He goes out to take care of Williams. Now Morgan to the bucket. Yannick's there, right hand up and good. Nebraska on the board first in the second half. 50-29. Ace Baldwin into the front court. Penn State attacks the basket to our right here in the second half. Between the circles, it's Hicks. Open floor far side, Dunn to his right top of the circle. Bounce pass to the elbow to Yannick. Far corner, Hicks. Hicks goes by Bryce Williams, lays it up right-handed, good.
Yeah, they ran Zach off the three-point line, and he ran the ball right to the rim.
So 52-29 Penn State. Morgan.
That's where they're scoring.
And blocked by Yannick on Gary. Throws up another one. No, got it back on the tip. And it goes back to Hoiberg and a steal by Hicks. Hicks back to Ace. Charges to the bucket. Dishes to DeLeon. Lays it up and in.
Absolutely beautiful basketball. Zach Hicks made the play with another steal and a run out.
54-29 Nittany Lions. 12 Nebraska turnovers. Morgan, baseline. Yannick's there. And a foul. That's 3 on Yannick, and the basket will count.
And, Steve, they were clearly targeting him. They wanted to get him off the floor, and they got him off the floor.
And they're going to bring Katsi Enze onto the floor.
An incredible block on Gary on the possession before. And then Zach ended up stealing it. But, yeah, they clearly, you could see they were throwing the ball into Morgan. They needed to get Yannick off the floor, get his third foul, and they did.
Morgan's a 59%er on the year. He's 9 of his last 15 coming in, which is right around his season percentage. 54-31, free throw up and good. 54-32 Penn State, 18:29 left.
Also 2 team fouls on Penn State. Remember, they never got Nebraska into the bonus in the first half.
It is Baldwin midcourt circle, far wing DeLeon. Now it's
Continue to attack, Steve. Continue to drive the ball to the rim. They haven't been able to stop it yet.
Kachi, one dribble far wing. Now it's DeLeon. DeLeon to his left, cut off. Near corner, it's Dunn. Dunn, baseline, trip going to the floor. I think he tripped over his own 2 feet. Down the floor, Hoiberg, traffic, so he gives it up, laid up, and in. Nebraska off to a good start in the half, 54-34. DeLeon now at 17:52 to play on the near wing. Just run your stuff and keep attacking. Hicks, far wing, it's Dunn. Dunn with Hoiberg on him. Dunn. And the near wing, Ace Baldwin. 12 to shoot. They blitz Ace. Near corner, Freddie for 3. In and out. Rebound by Morgan. Now they try to get it under 20 here on this trip down the floor. Bryce Williams to the far wing. This looks like it's going to be his shot. Backs in on Dunn. Backs in. Now to his left. They blitz him, so he picks up the dribble. Gives the ball up to Morgan. Double clutches. Lays it up and in. He's been the difference here for them in the second half so far.
Yeah, they blitzed Morgan and then totally lost him.
Laid up and in at the other end, though, by Freddie DeLeon. They beat them off the made basket, Dick.
Love that.
56-36, Penn State, 17 minutes left. Morgan, far wing, Gary, penetrates over the shoulder to Bryce Williams, far wing. Now back to Gary, who reposts. And whistle,
foul.
and a foul on DeMarco Dunn. That's going to be 3.
Yeah, when you're trying to make a big comeback like Nebraska, getting to the bonus early is your friend. Halfway there.
3 team fouls, Penn State. None on Nebraska so far. 16:51 to play in the game. To the bucket. Freddie DeLeon's there. Williams makes the layup, and it's 56-38 Penn State.
Yeah, good inbounds play. The last cutter got the ball going right to the rim.
Baldwin. Zach Hicks to the near wing. DeLeon. Freddie to his left. Freddie to the elbow. Backs up. Fires a bad pass and picked off by Williams. Ahead now, it's going to be Gary. Fouled by Freddie. He'll shoot 2 at the line. It was a good foul, but then again, he created it with the bad pass.
I don't know where that ball was trying to go, Steve. They had this up to 54-29.
Yeah.
Since then, Nebraska's 9-2.
Yep. And Nick Kern for Freddie DeLeon. So Nick Kern back in the game, and at the line, Juwan Gary, Juwan Gary at 2 of 2 at the line.
Yeah, one of the good things about having a 25-point lead, Steve, is you can play bad for a couple minutes. You're still up by 18.
First one, good.
Now 17.
56-39. Now, again, you're Nebraska. You're thinking about Sunday and what you did against Northwestern.
Yep. You're Penn State. You're thinking about going to the rim and continuing to go to the rim.
Gary up. Gary good. Got them both. 56-40 Penn State. Ball went up the floor into the front court, joined by Hicks, Enze, Kern, and Dunn. Baldwin drives. Worcester tripped him to the floor. Foul on him.
He was attacking, trying to get to the rim.
That's the
first team foul.
So Worcester now with...
see if Mike likes something. Baseline inbounds here with... they run the box set with Ace throwing it in.
Ace on the near side of the basket. Waits. Into Kachi on the near wing to Kern. Kern crossover, stops, far corner Hicks. Recalibrates for three. Flange no good. Rebound by Worcester. Worcester straight up the middle into the front court for Nebraska. Waits. Hoiberg, deep three-pointer, no good. Rebound deflected, controlled by Kern. That was not a good shot by Sam Hoiberg.
Yeah, he was 5 feet behind the line.
Here is Ace. Ace, elbow.
It's a foul on Hoiberg, like 6 fouls on Hoiberg.
Far corner, it's Kern. Baseline. Straight on three by Dunn. Good.
Great pass by Nick Kern out of that baseline.
Didn't force anything, found the open man.
Yep.
59-40, Nittany Lions, 15:34 to play.
Hoiberg's coming out for a siege.
Morgan against Kachi, spins.
Walked.
Great
defense by Kachi. They get to the unders. 16 now, Steve. Plus 19, a chance to go with a blackjack again when we come back, but only 1 per game.
And a good call by Harris that time because, look, you can call contact or travel. It's obviously
it was a walk. Yep.
15:28 to play. 59-40 Nittany Lions on the Penn State Sports Network.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
As the cost of electricity continues to rise, people in Pennsylvania are looking for ways to save money at home, and they're finding it in an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. It's propane. Propane can power everything from furnaces and water heaters to ovens and fireplaces, even clothes dryers. And propane fire pits and heaters make outdoor living in Pennsylvania just as comfortable as being inside. Get the facts at papropane.com. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Propane Foundation and your local propane provider.
Be sure to check out all the great deals at nittany.com. Clothing, gifts, and souvenirs, items for men, women, and children. nittany.com has something for every Penn State fan. Winter clearance sales as well as new spring merchandise arriving weekly. nittany.com is your shopping site with affordable pricing and friendly customer service. nittany.com for all of your Penn State needs.
The Penn State Department of Intercollegiate Athletics would like to recognize the Nittany Lions all-conference corporate partners: Bud Light, Lurch RV, MI Windows and Doors, PAM Health, the Penn State Bookstore, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Planet Fitness, SRS Distribution, Utz, and Wyndham Hotels. Thanks to our all-conference corporate partners for your support of Penn State Athletics.
Thank you, Raj. We have 15:28 to play. The Nittany Lions with a 59-40 lead over Nebraska. Penn State has it when we come back, and Nebraska's made a run in part because they attacked with Morgan, who's got 11 points now, and Yannick's on the bench with 3, but Penn State still maintains that cushion.
Yeah, one thing I like, Steve, about this, Ace and Nick Kern have 7 assists, 1 turnover.
Yeah.
Those are big numbers for them, and the last pass from Nick, that was the 3rd assist, and that was the one to DeMarco. They'd gotten it down to 16. It was 54-29. They scored 11 out of the next 13. Penn State needed a hoop. 3 is nice. Now they got it back to plus 19. And the ball, just drive the ball. They have not been able to keep the ball out of the lane, either get to the rim or flip it out to a wide open three-point shooter.
And that traveling violation was caused by really good defense by Kachi that time.
Indeed.
So Nick Kern will throw it in out there with Dunn, Baldwin, Hicks, and Enze attacking the basket to our right. Nebraska token full court pressure just backs up, and Penn State sets it up.
Yeah, and a siege in for Hoiberg. Fred was not happy with his son on that shot.
In the far corner, Kern drives baseline on Bryce Williams. In the lane, back to Baldwin, far wing. Baldwin, near wing, it's done. Penetrates, attacks, lays it up and in.
Another blackjack, plus 21 again. DeMarco's having himself a night, Steve. He's been playing great for a couple of weeks now. He's got 14. Yep. He hasn't missed one shot. 6 of 7, 2 of 3 on threes.
It is Morgan between the circles. Bryce Williams. Morgan to the bucket, knocked away and stolen by Hicks. Zach Hicks ahead for Kern. Kern, far wing, back to Ace. Ace drives in the lane, up, no, rebound by Morgan.
Went up a little too soon that time, Steve. Left it short.
Bryce Williams, other end, lays it up. He missed it, rebound Kern.
Ace.
And here's Ace all alone, lays it up and in. 63-40 Nittany Lions, 14:22 to play.
They have repelled the comeback. That's 7 in a row for Penn State.
Right. 23 at halftime. It's 23 now, and there's 6 more minutes off the clock. Morgan against Kachi.
Clearing aside.
Morgan wheels left, leans, lays it up and in. He's got 13. 63-42 Nittany Lions, 14 minutes left. Far sideline, Baldwin. Baldwin.
Should have been a foul on Morgan.
Near wing, it's Kern. Kern opening to the bucket. Lays it up and in as Kasijan flopped that time, 65-42.
Not a very good flop either.
Really,
again, they're able to get to the rim at will all night long, Steve. They're still firing it up. They're 70% in the half, 68% for the game.
Bryce Williams, top of the key. Bryce Williams, far wing in the far corner. It's Gary back to Bryce Williams, covered up by Kern. Bryce Williams, Asijan to his right. Asijan keeps going, lays it up and in.
That should never happen.
No. 65-44, Penn State, 13-14 left.
Connor's good at a lot of things, but that generally is not it.
If you're labeling his game, that's not on the list. Near wing, it's Kern. Kern, back to Hicks. Hicks, now it's DeMarco Dunn. Dunn, top of the key, screen from Kachi. Bounce pass to Kern, kicks it back out to Baldwin, top of the key, shot clock at 4, Ace to the bucket, leans in, back out to Kern, shot clock, buzzer 3, no, rebound by Kachi, lost it, he got fouled in the play. Good play again by Kachi Enzi.
Kept that alive. I don't think Ace knew who he was throwing that ball to, Steve, because he'd have been better off shooting it, as it turned out.
Yeah.
If that's Zach Hicks or DeMarco, it's not really Nick's style, but they ended up getting it back. They get 20 more on the shot clock and still have a 21-point lead.
So you have 12:43 remaining, 65-44 Penn State. Freddie DeLeon back in the game for Penn State. And it goes to Freddie back to Ace Baldwin. Baldwin between the circles. On the near wing, it's Freddie against Asijan. Kern, far wing, Baldwin. Far corner 3, DeMarco Dunn is good. He does it again, and Dickey's got 17 points.
7 of 8, 3 of 4. He's been brilliant in this game.
68-44. Asijan for 3 to answer. That one is no good. Rebound by Kachi. Far sideline for Kern. Kern glides into the front court to the far wing. Fires it near wing Ace. Ace goes by Asijan in the lane against Mia. Kicks it off to Kachi. Stripped. Kachi got it back. Lays it up. Left hand and good.
Biggest lead of the game. Fred Hoiberg has one timeout left. He just called his third of the game. Penn State is stretching it out, Steve. They are playing beautiful basketball. Had one little hiccup to start the half. They said, not tonight. We're going to fire away. They're up to 70. They're sitting on a chance to get 100 tonight at the rate they're going.
Largest lead of the game, 70-44. Nittany Lions, 12:03 to play on the Penn State Sports Network.
Dear team, thanks for showing up for me with the best face paint and taunting the other team in the kindest way. For standing on your seat when I need the support and screaming until your throat hurts because you know it makes a difference. For wearing my number. For being the best teammates a player could ask for. At Highmark, we're proud to be cheering alongside the best teammates. Fans like you. Because life. Highmark Blue Shield. Official partner of Penn State Athletics.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
You're listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network. Presented by PepsiCo.
Stay tuned after the game for Inside the Numbers. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Get in the game with PA Lottery online. The thrill of winning is now at your fingertips. Visit PALottery.com today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Thanks, Raj. Penn State 44-22 in the paint, and DeMarco Dunn has given them that dimension tonight with 17. He has one off his career high.
All five starters in double figures. Ace has 10, 6 assists, 4 steals. DeMarco, as Steve just said, 7 of 8, 3 of 4. He's got 17. Freddie DeLeon has 10. Yannick had 15 at half. He still got 15. Zach Hicks with 10. Zach also has 3 steals. Penn State has 9 steals in this game. This is Penn State hoops when they're good. 15-2 on the fast break, 14-4 points off turnovers, 44-22 points in the lane. Steve, this is 45 days of frustration.
Yeah.
28 minutes of basketball. They've just taken it all out these last 28 minutes. Now they just got to finish it with 12 more.
So far to this point, they played as if, like, quote, we've had enough.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
January 5th, it started at the Palestra against Indiana. They won one time since then in 45 days, but they're well on their way here. They just got to finish this thing off.
Baldwin, DeLeon, Dunn, Kern, and Kachi Enzi, the lineup for Mike Rhodes. And Bryce Williams. Remember, Nebraska had a 6-game losing streak, and it bounced back by winning 5 of their last 6. They've been one of the hotter teams in the conference. Ulis, open floor between the circles to Braxton Mia. Mia holds against Enze. Mia picks up the dribble. Finally gives it to Asijan. On that wing, bounce pass now. Bryce Williams, elbow jumper, good. He's
such a difficult
player.
shot. Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, he's good.
And he's so understated, Steve. He's never forced anything tonight. He's 4 of 8, 2 of 4. He's got 13.
So it is Ace Baldwin, top of the key, inside the arc, pulls up with a dribble. Dunn has it, 70-46, Penn State, 11:18 to play. Dunn, top of the key. Dunn off for Kern, 10 to shoot. Kern on the near wing. Freddie DeLeon with 8 to shoot. Bounce pass far wing for Ace Baldwin. He calls out Kachi for a screen. 3 to shoot. Ace alley-oop to Kern. He missed him, and the ball's loose, and Ace gets the foul. That'll be his second.
5 team fouls. Good idea. It would have been a spectacular play where to the under 12. The lead at halftime was 23. Right now it's 24. The difference is there was 20 minutes left. Now there's only 11.
And a break. 70-46 Nittany Lions. Before we get to the break, let's pause 10 seconds for our stations down the line to identify themselves on the Penn State Sports Network. Conan Niederhauser will check in when we come back. And at the break, it's 70-46 Nittany Lions with 11:03 to play on the Penn State Sports Network.
The steak sizzling on the grill that marks the new season. The stew that warms the soul on cold winter nights. The comforting aroma of pot roast that awaits after a long day. The taco night, when even the pickiest of eaters are overjoyed. And at the center of it all, beef. Find winning beef recipes for all occasions at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Len and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
46 Nittany Lions, 11:03 to go. And Dick, Nebraska for the season, giving up just 42% from the field. These are the total numbers.
Yep.
In two-pointers this year, Nebraska defensively has given up only 48.9% of twos. Penn State has shattered that tonight.
22 of 26 on two-point shots to this point.
Penn State defensively with Dunn, DeLeon, Baldwin, Kern, and Yannick Konen-Niederhauser. Front court, Bryce Williams gives the ball up to Eulis. By the way, Williams, no fouls on him this half, still 3 in the game. And back to Mia, slam dunk, well done.
Yeah, great play out of the timeout. They just lifted everybody out of there and just ran their big man down the lane late with a pass over the top of the key.
And look, Nebraska with Fred Hoiberg, they usually run great offense.
They do indeed.
On the near wing, it's Baldwin. To his left, opening, alley-oop, and somehow
Yannick put it in.
Put in.
He still hasn't missed, Steve. He's 6 for 6. He's got 17.
He went up for the slam and hit the rim and then fell.
And another great pass from Ace. He's got 7 dimes here on the night. He got 800 for his career.
72-48. Foul line, Bryce Williams. Smooth on the turnaround, 72-50.
What's that song? Smooth Operator.
You got it. He is
That's
all
him,
that,
man. I love watching him play.
15 points. He's 5 of 9, 2 of 4 in threes. And perfect at the line, 3 of 3. Far corner. Freddie thought about it, thought better of it when Williams covered up. Now he's against Williams, wants to drive. Backs him in, doubles, so he kicks it out to Dunn, far wing with 6 to go. Dunn, call for traveling, no doubt. DeMarco took the extra step. So, turnover for Penn State. Last year when Penn State played Nebraska for the game had 13 turnovers. So far, Nebraska has 14 in this one with 9:40 to go.
Yeah, and that started very early when Penn State had that early run to 12-2, Steve. It was 5 consecutive turnovers for Nebraska.
Mia between the circles, guarded by Yannick. Now it's Eulis. Mia, bounce pass to Gary, put it on the floor for some reason, and Hicks knocked it away.
Yeah, Zach has been in the middle of all kinds of plays in this game.
Baldwin drives back to Hicks, steps into a 3. No, pull down by Kern off to Baldwin. Baldwin brings the ball back out, smart play.
Time and score.
Driving, Kern stops in the lane. Back out to Baldwin, 10 to shoot. Baldwin top of the key. Baldwin knocked away back to DeLeon, far wing. Hicks for 3. Nope. Rebound by Esijan. 8:52 left. Williams, far corner, didn't take it. Now to his left, it's Eulis. Near wing Esijan, deep 3. Got it. He'll take it no matter what. 72-53 Penn State, 8:40 left.
Got 11. 3 threes.
Baldwin fouled in the open floor by Eulis. That'll be 3 team fouls on Nebraska. And again, we've talked about it now. This is not right now. It's a 19-point game. But at some point, we'll see if they get to the bonus, how often Penn State gets to the line, because they've got guys who can close.
70-44 was the biggest lead, plus 26.
Yep. Right now, 72.
9-2 for Nebraska since then.
They've hit their last 4 shots. Kern, far wing, gives the ball, drives left, underneath, kicks it back out for Ace. Ace, Hicks top of the key. Freddie DeLeon waits for the flyby, now drives to the bucket, lays it up and in.
That's what they're doing, Steve, all night long. They're trying to run him off the three-point line. All they're doing is running him into layups.
Right. I mean, they're ball faking and going.
Yeah.
74-53 with 8 minutes to play in the game.
Penn State's playing zone here. First time all night they've showed that.
Deep three is Sejan. Nope, that was too far that time. Rebound by Nick Kern. Straight up the middle, Kern into the front court. Off to Ace. Ace to his right. And looks it over. Screen from Yannick. Top of the key. Far wing Hicks. Driving the baseline. Kern cut off by Williams. 12 to shoot. Kern needs help. Ace top of the key. Goes by Sejan. Near
Great
corner.
pass.
Hits for three. It's good.
Beautiful pass by Ace. Steve, he's got 8 dimes, and Zach Hicks is hitting everything in this game. He's got 13.
And he's hitting on defense, too, with Sejan.
He's had a great game.
And the three put up by Griffiths is good as it hit the rim and fell. 77-56 Penn State, but there's 7:14 left. Nebraska
17 assists on the 30 baskets for Penn State. A rare turnover here.
Euless steals it, and Yannick was there, and he hit the rim, and it went out of bounds. It went off me, and it's Penn State ball.
Great play by Yannick. He just went straight up. Euless had no chance, Steve. He just hit the underside of the rim. Penn State has the ball, has a 21-point lead with 7:01 to go.
On the Penn State Sports Network.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. We do it all. Design, build, and install, so there's no middleman markup. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price direct from our local factory. Call today for our last big sale of the year on all windows and doors. Plus, no money down and no interest for 12 months. See ThompsonCreek.com for details. Thompson Creek is an official partner of Penn State Athletics. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Len and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is happening now. Get a king bed for a queen price. Save up to $700 plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
You are listening to Penn State Basketball on the Penn State Sports Network, presented by PepsiCo.
Stay tuned after the game for the Pennsylvania Propane Pulse Game Show. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Propane Foundation and your local propane service providers. For more information, go to papropane.com. Propane, energy for everyone.
Thank you, Raj. 7:01 to play. 77-56. The Nittany Lions lead it. Nebraska has hit 5 of its last 7 shots. The problem is Penn State's hit 5 of its last 7 shots.
Exactly. Each team is 12 of 18 and a half. It's just not doing Nebraska any good. They were down 23 at the break. They're down 21 now. Penn State has just continued to score 18 of 21 on layups in this game, 2 of 2 on dunks. They're getting to the rim at will. It's never stopped. Javin Carter's going to come in and give a little break to Ace Ball, one who's really dominated the game. Everything under control. He's got 10 points, 8 assists, 5 steals, and he really turned the game Penn State's way really early when they forced all those turnovers. They got out and ran, and Nebraska's never recovered.
Zach Hicks, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals in the game.
He's been in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff, too. And Yannick has missed 1 shot, or no shots. DeMarco has missed 1. It's been that kind of night.
De Leon, Carter, Hicks. Niederhauser, Kern attack the basket to our right. Between the circles, it's Hicks. Popping out, near wing, it's De Leon. Drives, cut off. Top of the key, Yannick. Back to Hicks. His 3 on the way is in and out, and the rebound by Nebraska.
Even the misses look good.
Sejan gets the ball to Williams. Back to a Sejan. Williams between the circles. Morgan, top of the key. Morgan, 1 dribble, gives it to Williams. Williams, Morgan, backdoor cut, lays it up and in.
No, they just blitzed the ball screen, and there was no help behind, Steve. It was just Yannick was out there no chance to get back for that.
77-58, but 6:14 to play in the game.
Keep playing. Don't look at the scoreboard. Keep playing ball.
Kern elbow. Kern back to Javin Carter. Carter to his right, inside the arc, top of the key, it's Niederhauser. Now it's Freddie DeLeon. Shot clock at 8. Far corner, Kern controls it with 5 on the shot clock. Near corner, Hicks. He'll have to take the shot. Does it, the shot clock buzzer. The 3 is good.
Another great pass by Nick Kern, who's having a night out here, Steve. He's seeing everything.
80-58, Nittany Lions, 5:42 left.
Zach was 16, 4 threes.
Griffiths. Elbow jumper, Williams. It's good. I'll tell you right now, he's
got 17.
He's got 17. He's just been terrific. Top of the key, it's Hicks.
You know what's great about him? His team's been behind by a million. He hasn't forced a thing.
Nope. He's played his game and plays the game right. Far wing, Kern.
Another great pass.
Open 3. Zach Hicks is good.
Nick Kern is getting it done, Steve. He's back to his point guard days tonight from the Oregon game. He's got 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 points.
83-60 Penn State. Morgan low block near side. On the far wing, Griffiths drives to the bucket, up over Hicks. Missed it. Rebound by Carter. Foul's going to be called on the floor.
16 fouls on Penn State. Nebraska get the ball baseline out of bounds.
Javin Carter. Yep.
Steve, there's no comebacks tonight.
No.
The losing streak is over. They played beautifully. It said 35 and a half would do it. They're at 33 right now.
Do you want to know how you solve winning close games?
You don't be in.
Right, blow them out.
Right.
And the near wing driving is Siege, and Carter's there, lays it up and in. Carter wasn't going to give much resistance there. 83-62 Penn State. 4:46 left. Carter to Hicks between the circles on the near wing. DeMarco done for 3. Nope. Rebound by Sijan. It's wide open.
Love the shot. Shoot. You got to shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sijan drives. Floater. Good.
He's having a game of his career tonight. Timeout.
Mike
Rhodes wasn't happy with the last 2 possessions.
83-64.
Sijan, we said he wasn't making shots around the rim. He's made 3 around the rim. He's 6 for 12, 3 of 8. He's got a 15. Morgan has 15. Williams has 17. But the good news is Penn State has 2 players with 17, one with 19, another with 12, another with 10. 5 in double figures. They've totally dominated the game, really from the get-go, Steve. They've really never let Nebraska in this game. They got them down 12-2, and it's never really been close from there.
Yeah, Sijan has 15. Imagine how he feels right now, because he was part of the Wisconsin group last year that came in here and lost.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not liking the Jordan Center. He's liking his part of it. But his team has just
really
not
good.
been in it. 4.5 to go. Keep attacking. The one thing you need to do, look, DeMarco had to take that shot. I don't care how much time's on the shot clock. You just take the shot. Just attack downhill, because they're not able to keep them out of the lanes. They haven't been all night, and Penn State's going to play with 2 point guards out there with Ace and Javin Carter.
You know what's interesting in this half? Penn State has not attempted a free throw.
They have not gotten to the line in this half after getting there fairly early in the first.
Kern into Baldwin out there with Dick mentioned Carter.
They're not a pressing team, Steve, so they're just backing off. It's just not what they do.
Yannick and Hicks rounded out. They attack the basket to our right. Hicks, far corner, Kern. Kern, guarded by a Sijan. Screen from Yannick, so Carter swings it to Hicks. Driving the baseline is Baldwin. Inside to Yannick, left hand up. First miss of the night, rebound by Morgan.
Another great pass by Ace, though, Steve. He had the whole defense collapsed on him.
Bryce Williams, midcourt circle. Williams, near corner is Sijan, covered up by Carter, so he drives. Near wing, it's Ulis. They blitz him, backs up. Ulis gives the ball up to Morgan. Morgan spins up over Yannick, and Yannick's called for the foul.
That's his 4th foul.
3:48 left. You know what's interesting, too?
Here's the under 4.
Is Fred has not brought his son Sam back into the game.
No, he was not happy with that shot when they were playing their best ball of the game, Steve. It was just an unnecessary shot from 5 feet behind the line.
It's like that shot in the Rutgers game that happened about 7 minutes ago. Like, everybody's like, what are you taking there?
Yeah, and he's usually, I'm sure he's frustrated because Sam's a very smart player, and he just took one he shouldn't have taken.
83-64 Nittany Lions. There's 3:48 to play from the Jordan Center on the Penn State Sports Network.
Discover Happy Valley Hotels, featuring 6 top-rated properties in the heart of State College, with modern rooms and convenient amenities. From luxurious suites to budget-friendly options, our reputable brands have you covered. Enjoy comfort, style, and a great location all in one place. Book your stay today at www.stayhvh.com. Happy Valley Hotels, where your best stay starts.
Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Milton Hershey School, we believe that talent deserves every opportunity to shine. That's why student athletes, like me, have access to state-of-the-art facilities, experienced coaches, and unmatched resources, with all costs covered. At MHS, we excel in the classroom because teamwork, leadership, and resilience aren't just...
For Nebraska, 10 steals, 2 blocks. Dick and I, in the first 2 months of the season, talked about those combined numbers. And again, this has all been a night where Penn State's recaptured that.
Yeah, and those numbers get you out and running. They get points off turnovers. They got 14-6 plus 8 there, 15-2 fast break points. That's Penn State hoops. That's what they do in life. And the bigger number is 18 of 21 on layups. When they're getting around to the rim, Steve, they are finishing.
Yep, and Morgan at the line. Morgan's had a really good second half, by the way, for
Nebraska's had a good second half. They've shot 70% in a half, but they've made up exactly 4 points off the lead.
Morgan's got 13 in the second half, and that one's good. So he's got 14 in the second half and gives him 16 in the game.
These teams have taken 21 combined free throws, and they've made 20 of them.
Yeah. Penn State doesn't have any attempts this half. Up, and that one is long. The rebound by Zach Hicks.
I tell you what, Nebraska hasn't been close enough to foul anybody, Steve.
Exactly.
The ball has been just flying around the half court.
Exactly. I mean, that's essentially my point. It is De Leon off to Ace, far wing. Hicks driving the baseline, cut off at the pass by Williams is Kern. Kern over the shoulder to De Leon, slices through, bounce pass in, slam dunk Kern. Beautiful give-and-go basketball.
Another great setup from Nick Kern that he got at the Freddie, and as you said, Steve, he kept coming, got the give-and-go, and stuffed it.
85-65 Penn State. Morgan, top of the key, passes up the three to Williams. Williams between the circles on the near wing of Sejan. Wide open three, and that's a layup for him. 85-68
got a great screen from Morgan that time, and Nebraska, to its credit, is still playing. They're not going to win this game, but they're still playing.
18 for Connor in the game. He's 4 of 9 in threes. Baldwin to his left, to the elbow, backs up far wing. Between the circles, it's De Leon, 12 to shoot. Hicks has it, open floor, far side, lobs it into Yannick, over the shoulder, cutting through his Kern, lays it up, had it blocked and fouled in the play, and he will get to the free throw line.
Yeah, another really good pass. The ball movement, Steve, is another thing that has absolutely stood out in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes, player movement, ball movement. Nebraska's never been able to catch up to Penn State's ball and player movement in this game.
Mike is always telling his team, keep the ball hot, keep the ball hot.
Yeah.
Don't have it stick. Well, the ball has been hot from 6:30 until now.
Yeah, 65% for the game, 38% on threes, 92% from the line. That's some serious offense.
Nick Kern at the line with 8 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's good. 86-68.
Yeah, if Nick can get the double figures, Steve, they'd have 6 in double figures. The entire starting lineup is already there. Zach Hicks with 19, Yannick with 17, DeMarco Dunn with 17, Ace 10 points, 8 assists, 5 steals.
And the second one for Nick Kern up, and that one is good, 87-68. Again, Kern coming off the bench tonight like he did earlier in the season, and it's a role that fits him.
And Freddie back starting as a dozen in this game.
Driving, Euless, lane, cut off, bounce pass to Sejan, up over Hicks, lays it up and in. Connor Sejan, 20-point game for him tonight. That is his 4th of the season for Nebraska.
Yeah, he's one of the best bench scorers in the league.
Yep, 6 20-point games in his career, 87-70 Penn State. But there's 2:14 left. Hicks, Kern drives, near corner De Leon, launches the three, missed it, rebound by Gavin Griffiths. Griffiths into the front court. Bounce pass, knocked away by Kern, saved by Ace. Ace was saved by Hoiberg. Kern over the shoulder. Yannick slam dunk.
Another great pass. Keep attacking. Don't even think about it, Steve. This is going to be 40 minutes making up for those last 45 days of frustration. Foul on Penn State, 1-1 Nebraska.
It's on Freddie De Leon. That's his 3rd And 1+1 for Nebraska with 1:45 to go. It's 89-70. 50-point first half. They followed up with a 39-point second half.
Yeah, I said 35 would be more than sufficient, and it's clearly going to be more than sufficient.
Up and long by Ulis. Rebound boxed around. Pulled down by Bryce Williams. Griffiths, who walked, gives the ball up to Morgan. Williams steps into a three. That one's no good. Deflected by Kern. Pulled down by Baldwin. Under 90 seconds to play. And the people at the Bryce Jordan Center are going to do something they haven't done in a while. They're going to celebrate.
Exactly. Again, second win since January the 2nd, Steve, when they beat Northwestern, beat Rutgers on January 20th. And here's win number 3, and hope it's one of many.
Driving, Baldwin cut off. It's been a beautiful performance. Driving, DeLeon off to Yannick. Lays it up, no. Tipped it up, no. Rebound underneath, pulled down by Griffiths. 1 minute to play. Driving to his left, Ulis. Gives it up to Griffiths. He'll take the deep three-pointer. That one's no good. Cleared by Kern. 50 seconds left. Back over 500 they'll go. And this crowd will rise as one here at the Jordan Center.
Yeah, this is a pride game, Steve, and they play with a lot of pride. And this is the best game they played since December 5th against Purdue. Loved how they played from start to finish. They completely dominated a very hot Nebraska team.
Nebraska had won 5 of its last 6. Ace for 3. Flange no good. Cleared by Bryce Williams. Nebraska probably their final possession as Williams drives. Kicks it off to Morgan, who's had a great night. Lays it up and in. Morgan with 18 points. This in all likelihood.
What is he saying? It's not Nebraska ball. Jason Fentz is pointing the wrong way. Williams knocked it out. I think he's got it. What?
Some
Jason
people.
Maybe I missed it, but whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
He'll get the ball into a Sejan. He'll drive. One final shot. The floater, no. Batted in the air. Nick Kern's got it.
Lost it.
And lost it out of bounds with 9.8 to go. So, 9.8 left, 89-72. And this is the night they head for the exits just to get a fast start after a win. Ulis on the near wing. Ulis, far corner. They give it up to Morgan. Morgan waits, and Griffiths won't even take it. The game's over.
Good move.
The Nittany Lions win it, 89-72. And whatever frustration they have, they took it out on Nebraska for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, they really did, Steve. Again, it was 45 days worth of frustration, 40 minutes of really great basketball tonight, and they're going to feel good, and we're going to feel good Friday night at Murray's.
You got that right. Okay, make sure that steak is there. Okay. Again, how do you cure close games? Blow them out.
Yeah, as I've said many times, people love to say, and there's no better example than what just happened in the Super Bowl. People love these teams that win all these close games. The great teams are not in close games. They win blowouts. Tonight, that's what Penn State did. And they've been a blowout winning team all year when they've won. The problem is lately they just haven't had this kind of performance. Well, they had it tonight from start to finish, led by as much as 26, win convincingly by 17 tonight.
And again, when your argument is what was better, the offense or the defense, you've had a great night.
Yeah, indeed. And a 39-point second half after a 50, but the game was won in the first 5 minutes.
That's right.
When they just started, they forced all those turnovers and got out and ran defense to offense. That's Penn State hoops at its best, and it's triggered by their point guard, Steve, on a night he went over 800 dimes. Yep. I thought Ace Baldwin was all the way back, and there's only 4 games to go. It was a lost several 45 days worth, but you know what? You finish it out, you play it out, you see where you end up.
Final 89-72. The Nittany Lions win it now, 14-13 on the season. We'll come back with more in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run.